The Queen of Granada, by M. Riff. Chapter 138, Rita's Clinic. They had barely entered the living room. She told her mom, "Mom, I want catabombs for my birthday." Rosen exchanged a telling gaze with Rita and then said to Nuria, "It's not called a catabomb, sweetie. It's a choco bomb, a chocolate ball filled with hard candies." Nuria quickly replied, "Okay, then I want choco bombs for my birthday." Her mom smiled, saying, "I'll remember that for your birthday." Rita was impressed by how skillfully Rosen could disarm Nuria's catabomb rhyme, which until then had repeated itself like a scratched gramophone record. Otherwise, she would have repeated it endlessly for days. Later that evening, after putting Nuria to bed, they returned to the kitchen. Rosen looked at Rita and said, "In kindergarten, they think everyone in this house is possessed by the devil, and I'm exposing the children to voodoo." Rita apologized, saying, "I asked the librarian if they had a book on catacombs." Nuria overheard and wouldn't let it go. Rosen suggested, "If you're searching for a book about Granada's catacombs, try the bookstore behind the bazaar. The owner is a blind man. Tell him I sent you and ask about the book, The Way to the Secret Rose Garden. Otherwise, you might come back empty-handed." She added, "But if you decide to explore the catacombs on your own, be sure to bring spare batteries and some balls of yarn to use as a lifeline. Otherwise, you might get lost in the darkness for the rest of your life." She continued with a smile, "I must say, you are doing an amazing job here in the clinic. If you get lost in the catacombs, I will have to take care of your special patients, and I have neither the time nor the expertise in that area." Rita appreciated this recognition, especially when it came from her mentor, the Queen of Granada. Rita's special patients were school kids who needed regular visits, every few weeks, to be able to continue attending school. You could call it a twist of life that a schoolgirl who had run away from the school now helped other kids to stay in school. At their family's request, these kids had already been to the priest who believed they were possessed by the devil and had subjected them to exorcism rituals with no success. But Rita managed to develop a special treatment regimen and achieve remarkable results. This made the priest furious. He declared that Lucifer himself lived at Rosen's address. But both the parents and the school principal chose to disregard the priest's opinion, believing that Rita's care was their only chance to keep the kids in school and provide them with an education. Upon arriving at Rita's clinic, at Rosen's address, the children were offered a cup of Rita's special potion, a unique blend she had created, following Rosen's guidance. The ingredients were labeled with a coded combination of letters and numbers to keep the recipe secret because it contained some plants that weren't exactly legal. In essence, the primary ingredient in the potion was cannabis, combined with some other plants to reduce drowsiness and the other side effects. As the children sat in the waiting room, the potion began to take effect, making them more receptive to Rita's three-step mental intervention: contact, alliance, and contract. Rita had learned these techniques from her stepmother's psychology books. Her experience as a leader among hyperactive children in the schoolyard in Denmark also helped her to get the children to build an emotional bond with her. Under the influence of the drink, they agreed to commit to a contract, primarily centered on staying away from the street gangs. They also promised to respect their peers at school, listen to their teachers, do their homework and avoid engaging in any antisocial behavior.